The life of Skonie, car enthusiast, the one and only. Hot car hauling, doing house rehabs and concerts with his homies. Also real estate, he gotta invest, come see the vibes. The big homie, life of Skonie, just make sure that you subscribe.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Man, looking dark right there, right? Yeah. Man, what's up, truck family? Man, if you watching this video, you probably think about hot shot. Maybe you already in, maybe think about getting in, whatever. Man, this video right here, I'm gonna talk about central dispatch, man. So, for people thinking about getting their authority, nobody tells you like the process of central dispatch. Like, I don't know what you thinking, but I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking like like social media sites, like you just sign up, you got your authority, you got your MC numbers, like you sign up, pay the money, and you on the board, right? Negative. When you sign up for central dispatch, you basically filling out an application. Now granted, you have to have the numbers as far as your MC numbers and your DOT numbers or whatever, but and your insurance, you gotta have everything when you sign up. But what nobody tells you is, like, well, I don't know the old process, but I'm gonna tell you what I went through. I signed up in what was it, April, and I waited until, like, you know, everything was together, and I signed up, and you know, I'm like, man, I went to the screen and I'm like, I don't remember my password. I don't remember giving them a password. And so I called, and they were like, the lady informed, she's like, yeah, sweetheart, you didn't you didn't sign up. You filled out an application. So someone's gonna call you, and she's like, and basically they telling us right now to tell y'all it'll be about 40 to 60 days. And I'm like, wow. So luckily I had someone else to get loads from via central dispatch, and they let me use a login credentials and all that good stuff to get some loads so I can get going. But yeah, no one told me that, not even the person that was letting me get these loads, you know. Again, I mean, people get so far away from it because the person that I was whose dispatch I was using, basically they've been in it for a year, a little over a year. But I mean, he probably just, you know, forgot the process, or the process, like I said, could have been different, and that's why nobody talked about it. Because again, we talking post-COVID and stuff like that. It took about 45 days, or maybe a little longer, with me constantly calling, and they like, you know, somebody will finally call you, and then I finally got somebody on the phone that was just like, hey, let me just make this happen for you right now. And he made it happen. And then another thing, nobody will tell you that once you get on central dispatch, you'll see some companies out there like RPM and Ready Logistics, I think wholesale. I think it's wholesale or something like that, and you know, Assertis and a lot of companies. Basically, the bigger companies, the names you'll see the most, the names you're gonna see the most on central dispatch are the ones that's gonna have the most stipulations. Like, some companies want you to be on there a year. No way around that, right? How you gonna make money till then? And then some gonna say you gotta be on there 6 months. And then you got some that's gonna say you gotta be on there 3 months. I'm still not even on my 3rd month on Central. So as I speak. So I mean, then it's ones that's gonna tell you gotta be on there a certain amount of time, or have at least 10 positive ratings on central dispatch. So I finally got over that hurdle. And then I called a company that told me I had to have 15 positive ratings on Central Dispatch. And man, I tell you what, if I get the chance to, I'm gonna make a video with a list of the companies and their stipulations. Cause like I said, some I've crossed that bridge with, and some I haven't. I think I called RPM today, and they was the ones I had that 3 month mark, that 90-day mark. So, like I said, with that being said, you're gonna be looking at a lot of, especially if you're doing vehicles, you'll be looking at a lot of these smaller brokers, people that car lots, But bottom line, you will move some vehicles. Like, you're gonna get some vehicles, and time to time you'll get some good ones. Some good paying loads, and when I say loads, cars, of course. And you might even get lucky like me to find some of these people that just got some revolving stuff in the lanes. Like for the past 2 weeks, I've been moving vehicles from here to Atlanta, from Nashville to Atlanta. It's a guy that got some like cargo vans, and they just going and coming back. I do a lot of stuff for the railroads. Like I said, you just gotta get in it, man. Like I said, don't let people get you afraid to get in it. Get in it and get moving. I will advise people to, like, I don't know like what your background may be from before you get into this, if you don't get in it, but if you've never had anything to do with customer service, you might want to learn some good customer service type stuff because, man, listen, it's gonna help a lot, because again, it's gotten me these I'm making some good connections. Let's just put it like that. I'm meeting some people that move vehicles a lot, and they just like, hey, I like how you are, your attention to detail. Cause like one vehicle, I moved some vans for Walmart. Well, it had to be going to one that had Walmart decal all over it, but I overnighted this vehicle. The guy told me not to they don't do overnight, but I was just like, man, I'm finna get this vehicle off my trailer because it was so big, because it was like a high top van, one of the Ford Pro Masters with the high top, and it was long and heavy. Just like, I'm gonna get it off my trailer. So I put it in their lot, and I didn't leave the keys or nothing. I just said, I'm gonna come back in the morning and deliver it, so to speak. And the guy, as soon as I got there, he was like, man, you brought the wrong truck. Here, come in the office. And I'm like, nah, I checked the VIN. And he showed me like 3 VINs, and he's like, I'm looking for one of these 3 VINs, and this is the VIN that you got outside. And I'm looking at the VINs, and I got a good memory with numbers. So as soon as I seen the 1440, the K144, I'm like, that's the one. I'm like, and that's the one he said he need. I'm like, nah, that's the one I brought. And I was like, where'd you check the vehicle? He's like, yeah, I got out the vehicle. And I was like, you looked at the VIN on the vehicle? He's like, nah, I got it off the paper, because it was a brand new, it had the brand new MSRP sticker. And I was like, well, let's be honest, I always check the VIN on the vehicle, because labels can be mislabeled, you know what I mean? So we go out there, look on that VIN, boom, just what it was supposed to be. And the guy was just like, man, I learned something today, man. You're the man, man. I'm like, yeah, because, man, I'd have probably been responsible for taking that back. And it happened a couple times. That's the first time it happened. Another time with these the vans I was saying I was taking for this other guy, I was getting 2 at a time, of course. And these were the express vans. And when I'm picking them up, like, the guy was giving me VINs, and the lady was looking through the stack, and she's like, I don't see these VINs. And I'm like, well, you want to just give me what you got, and I'll put it on the paperwork, and we just do it like that. And she like, well, see if they have any problem with it. And I called the guy. He like, nah, it's fine, it's cool. So I'm taking these vehicles, and I'm taking them, and I take like the third uh two, and the guy at the dealership, he was like, "Did you hear about what happened with the Vans?" And I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "So the lady assumed that I was some other company that they deal with, and yeah, basically she sent the wrong vehicles." And I'm like, "Wow." And I'm like, "I'm glad it's her fault and not mine, because I wasn't responsible for it." And the thing is, I ended up taking the one of the two. I ended up taking it back, and I made the same amount of money for bringing two to take one back. But again, it was because it was through a different broker, and I guess they needed it ASAP or whatever, and shit. They probably didn't pay for it. That company that did it, that made the mess up, probably paid for it. But nonetheless, like, it's rough. It's gonna be rough. You know, you just, like I said, you gotta keep pushing through it, make the relationships, you know, figure it out, man. Figure it out. Because again, like I said, if you come in this thing not needing a lot of money, you know, as far as like to keep the lights on, so to speak, you should be fine. Because you should be able to make enough money in a couple days to be, you know, being out there 3 days a week, you know, 3-4 days a week, you know. Like for myself, I might run for 2 days, and then I sit not to reset for the ELDs, so to speak, but to reset as far as making sure I got loads to be able to just sit for a day and put loads together, going and coming for the next 2 days, and then repeat, you know. So, and it's an art to that, man, because you got to understand logistics, you know. Even if, depending on how you run, if you run from one city and then that city to another city, and however, like, you gotta put that together if it's you doing it. And I mean, it's not a lot of dispatchers that do cars, and if they do, they ain't gonna care about much but getting you running, just keeping you running. You know, okay, yeah, you go from go from home to Ohio, and then Ohio to Michigan, and Michigan to here, like running like a real truck driver. And I'm gonna just be honest with you, with fuel prices and all that, man, that ain't what you gonna wanna do. You know, I mean, unless you got a 18, you know, a Freightliner and a 9 car, that ain't what you wanna do. Not hot shot, and not with vehicles. But maybe you hot shot and freight, that could be a different story, because you might, you probably make some money like that. But again, that ain't what I'm into. And again, anybody that's out there looking and you think you want to get in it, or if you in it and you want to talk to me about, because I got a good strategy on lanes, and I'm willing to show anybody, you know what I mean. But it ain't gonna be free. It won't cost you $1 million, but my time just is not free. I mean, I'm doing a whole lot right now. Shooting these, I barely had time to shoot these videos, but I'm making time. So again, time is money. So if you ain't willing to spend some money, and at this point, I'll let you name your price. It just won't be free, and it won't be $1. But if you're interested, like I said, I'm gonna leave an email. You can hit me up. You know, if you're not interested, like I said, whatever. Makes me know, never mind. But hope this video was informative, as always. Like I said, it's just informing people about Central Dispatch, making you aware you're not just gonna get on, and you're not just gonna get on with the companies that are on there. Not the majority of them. Like I said, it'll be people on there that will deal with you. They freight gonna be not as good as some of the others, but talk, negotiate, you know, and make it work. You know, make connections. And man, again, it's no training in this stuff, man, because didn't nobody train me. You know, my cousin he offered, but I looked at a lot of videos as far as like how to strap the cars down. You know, I got a CDL, so I understand pre-tripping and, you know, checking my loads, making sure everything's secure. And so a lot of things got covered in trucking school. And then the rest just came from like, I done had a million jobs about safety, so I'm all about safety, you know, keeping all the stuff on my truck, and, you know, maintenance and all the moving parts oiled and greased and all that good stuff. But again, for anybody that's out there, you know, you second guessing, you just want to go over some things, man, make sure you got it all intact. Sometimes you might know and you just want to hear it from somebody else. That's cool. Like I said, if I don't make a video, man, drop a comment, man, and let me know what you want to discuss, what you want to hear. Like I said, sometimes I can make a video. Some things might just be, you know, person specific. And like I said, you can hit me with an email, and I might shoot you my number, and I mean, we might just discuss some things. You know what I mean? Help you out. Cause again, I want to see everybody win. And if anything I can do to help, I help. But it's getting dark. You can hardly see my face out here. It's getting grainy, so we gonna just leave it at that, man. And again, if you watching, if you made it this far, appreciate the time, love, support. Till next time, man, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down, man. Drop a comment, tell me anything. Just say hi, whatever. Tell me I'm doing a good job. And if you want to hear good stuff like this, want to know when I jump on YouTube with a new video, some new good information, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get an alert. Boom, hey, Tone just dropped a new hot video. And like I said, merch coming soon. Lamb of God. Till next time, peace.